Hi Gemini, hope you're doing well. This is gonna be your general tarot reading. Currently, I have no idea what this reading holds, but hopefully by the end of it, I would. And I'm sure you would know by the title what this reading is gonna be about. So, if you resonate to the title, definitely you're gonna resonate to the reading. So let's see what can we find here for you. I'll start with some tarot cards, and we'll see what is currently going on and what does this reading need to tell you. Right. So I'll start with the shuffling. Okay, we have the Hanged Woman. So currently, you might be feeling stuck regarding something. You might be feeling stuck in life. You might be feeling like, there's no movement. You wanna like grow. You wanna progress. You wanna like, address some issue, or you want to like get out of a rut. But what I see is for some reason, it doesn't seem to be possible. You seem to be stuck in an energy. What else? We have the Princess of Cups in reverse. Again, there's a lot of emotions, there's a lot of vulnerable emotions, there's a lot of inner child healing that needs to be done right now. That inner child healing is what's stopping you, physically, mentally, emotionally. You can only go so far. At the end, there is that spirituality essence, that fourth, the mind, body, and the soul. So the soul is what is causing this currently for you. What else do we have? We have the Six of Swords in reverse. There is a situation regarding which either you are already very detached or you're gonna be very detached, and this situation is what's causing you to be in that emotional rut. You might think that this is a physical rut, you need to do some physical work in order to get out of it, but that is so not the case. What I see here is definitely there is some emotional, something emotional is holding you back. Something seems to be holding you back from achieving your true potential right now. And what I see is definitely this issue needs to be addressed. This emotional rut needs to be addressed. And once you do that, definitely what I see is that you would be opening much more new doors for you. Right now, what I see is definitely one thing you need to make sure about this is your shadow work. Shadow work needs to be on point. Meditation, grounding, shadow work, addressing those issues, journaling, anything like that can help. Right, you can start by anything easy, something that feels more easy and natural to you. You don't have to go about meditating in the forest to be doing on any of this. You can do something as simple as just addressing the issue right here. Right, and again, we have the World in reverse. What I see is currently the universe is testing you. This is a testing period. You are being put to the test about something, a lesson that you should have learned by now. So now this lesson can be in terms of a romantic connection. Now this can be different for you all, and I don't want to concentrate on the issue as such, like what is causing it. Whatever seems to be emotionally distressing you a lot these days, whether it's a person, it can be, I definitely see it being a person, it can be a friend, it can be a parent figure, it can be a sibling, it can be a relative, it can be an emotional love interest, it can be anything like that. Right, so whoever you think I'm talking about is the person I am talking about. Definitely there's someone in your life regarding whom you need to have a lesson. What I see is that universe tried to teach you a lesson, and now they're testing you. They are either, for example, now this can work in a lot of different ways. Majorly what happens is either a person from your past comes in back to your life, or something like that happens. So if you have been thinking about someone and they have been away from you for a while, the universe brings them back in your life only to test you. Which a lot of people, the most important thing is, a lot of people confuse this with the universe sending me a sign that, oh, this person's back. If they were meant for you, they'll find you again or whatnot. People usually confuse that with this. Right, this is the universe testing you, not them appreciating you or trying to send you to the other end. Right, so again, that is something you need to be very sure about. Make sure to pay attention to those signs, to the universe. What is this trying to teach me? Is it really something that is trying to come back into my life because now we've learned our lessons, and whatever, for whatever reason it didn't work out in the past, now it will? Is that this case? Or is it that nothing has changed, and this is just to test you if you're gonna fall for it again or not? And if you do, you're gonna repeat that cycle all over again. So whoever this person is, whether it's a romantic connection or not, make sure to maintain your boundaries where they are meant to be there. Right, that is definitely one thing. Let's see what's now let's do a little bit of a future reading as to what can we expect in the near future for you. Right, again, I'll shuffle. While I'm shuffling, if you want, you can even think about some things you might want me to shed light on, whether it's romance, career, personal growth, whatever. But let's see, what can we see here? What's coming in for Gemini? Okay, we have two cards. We have Eight of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. So there's a certain chaos coming in, right? This is the calm before the chaos. The stuck energy you feel right now, that is basically you feeling bored. Well, rest assured there that boredom is gonna go out because something new is coming in. I see a little bit of a chaos coming in. What I see is this chaos most probably is in terms of family. So there could be certain family matters that are gonna arise in the near future for you. So right, so this can talk about maybe, like, for example, you don't have a very good connection with your family and you might have to face something similar in terms of that, right? And this can even talk about you maintaining those relationships with family. What I see is most probably the person I was talking about in this spread. There's two major possibilities that I see. It's either a love interest, right, or it is a family member, or rather I would say an entire family, which with whom you have a chaotic relationship to. You don't feel as at home with them, right? That is definitely there. What I see is you are growing certain things, you're working on certain things, right? So this can talk about you maybe going about addressing a lot of new things. This can talk about the skills you have, things you have with you, relationships you have. Again, this doesn't necessarily mean you are like getting in touch with the toxic family members or whatnot, but what I'm seeing is from your end you're trying to be fair with everyone, you're trying to be just with everyone, which is, I think, great. You're letting go of a lot of responsibilities that you held yourself accountable for. These were not your responsibilities to begin with. So again, what I see is there is no point for you to be carrying certain responsibilities which you were for a very long time till now. But what I see is finally you're going to be letting loose of these responsibilities, which is going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of stability again. Let's see what else can we find out here. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. There could either be a father figure, or there could be, okay, this could even be you, right? What I see is you're meant to be this person who is very stable, financially stable, someone who's very creative as well. In general, when we talk about Geminis are known for their creativity, for their original thoughts, something that is original and new and innovative. That's what Geminis are known for. That's what you people are known for. And what I see is currently there is your idea of who you should be versus who you really are that is holding you back. What I'm seeing is you think that you're meant to be a person who is supposed to have all these things by a certain age, or like you're basically comparing who you are to the societal standards of who you should be or what the society expects you to be, right? What I see is definitely currently you need to let go of that mindset right now. You need to let go of what the external world is asking from you, because what I see is currently your focus is very much on the external world. You don't need to worry about that. That is not your responsibility. Those people are not your responsibility. They are not there for you. You are not there for them. At the end of the day, everyone's just living for their own self, for their own sake, right? And what I see is you should remove yourself from the third person perspective. Currently it's like you are looking at yourself from from this lens of a third person. So it's like you look at yourself from a third person's eye, like, okay, if I step out like this, if I step out wearing clothes like this, or if I step out doing this thing, or if someone hears about me doing a certain thing like this, or if they hear about me liking this or liking that. So it's like you're trying to indulge so much into the outer world perspective that it's like whatever you're doing, you're thinking about, oh, what would he say, what would she say, what would they say, is this societally acceptable, is this something I should be doing, or whether I should just let go of it and whatnot. So what I see is definitely currently you need to let go of that is something that is holding you back. What I also see is currently you need to detach from the worldview and really, really focus on yourself and your immediate family. And when I'm talking about immediate family, it can either be legitimately your immediate family, and for those of you for whom family seems to be an issue, or for whom connecting to these people is difficult, or you don't feel naturally connected to your family, this can talk about your friends, or your chosen family as well, your siblings, your friends, your cousins or whoever you feel close to. What I see is currently is a time for you to grow relationships, to feel that sense of belonging in those relationships. So something, I don't know why I keep channeling a lot of Aquarius energy for you, so a lot of humanitarian energy. What I see is that you should definitely be indulging. You could either be very close to an Aquarius, or Aquarius could in general be very specific for you. Are we in the Aquarius season right now? Yeah, we are currently in the Aquarius season. Okay, so this might be significant for a lot of you, right? So maybe it's just about the season that we're in, so due to that there could be certain things happening. But what I see is definitely try to, again, you don't need to be watching this at this specific time to resonate with this. That notification is just another confirmation for that. You could be watching this at any time and still be able to resonate with the reading. This is not a time based reading, but currently while I'm recording this, we are in the Aquarius season, so again that could be specific. What I see is that definitely you should be indulging a lot in your relationships, in your close relationships where you give a part of yourself and you receive that back, rather than indulging in that worldview where you're not getting anything in return, like you are just draining yourself out, is what I see, right? Let's do a little bit of oracle to see overall themes for you in the upcoming next few days, right? So that you can be prepared for something if there needs to be something like that. Well done. Okay, we have the Dark, Sylvia Plath, and Doll. Okay, very similar cards, honestly. And at the back, we have Agatha Christie, Trickery. There are people around you who are not there for your best interest. The one thing I would warn you about, Gemini, is that there are people around you who do not want to see you succeed. There are people around you who are jealous of everything you've done so far. Your life was not easy. You went through a lot of dark periods. You went through a lot of problems, a lot of situations that might have, ended people's lives at certain points. So it's like people couldn't survive through it, but you made through. What I see is, Gemini, you are a survivor. You are someone who survives, who gets through problems. And what I see is that there are people around you who see that but do not really want to recognize that, because they do not want to see you win. They are envious of your energy because they definitely think that you could make it through, and they, while being at the luxury of their homes, while having more better resources than you, while having better opportunities than you, they still couldn't do it. And you seem to be like seeing them neck to neck, like you are facing all of these problems and still you are achieving things in life, you are going ahead in life. And due to that, the people who had these opportunities, or people who had these like these advantages over you, they still couldn't make the best use of it, and now they look down upon you. They are envious of your energy, and the only reason for that is they can't do it themselves, right? So what I see is, definitely be sure of the people around you. Really, really make sure. Currently I see that relationships is the most important thing for you, and I am so sure I am not talking about romantic relationships right now. I am talking about people you genuinely consider close, people you fall back on when you have a problem, people you consider family, people you put your trust in, right? So we're talking about that. And what I see is, currently, really be sure of who you consider close and who you don't. There might be okay, Doll can either talk about a baby like energy, there might be a new baby around you, or this can also talk about you just being in a space where there's a lot of inner child healing. Like I said, this can even talk about certain inner child healing. And what I see is, there's one thing called inner child, and there's another thing of inner demon. Make sure make sure you can differentiate between the two. Make sure that when you are indulging with people around you, you really, really make sure to think before you share a certain happiness with a certain person, right? Don't just go about it like that. What I would say is that make sure you can differentiate between someone who deserves to be in on your happiness and someone who deserves not to be in on it, because nazar is real. You, although not in a way where it's like like you have to be afraid of it. No one can stop you from achieving whatever it is you have to achieve. No one can hold you back from doing whatever it is that you have to do. But people can definitely slow you down. This is real. and definitely make sure to preserve that energy of yours, right? What I'm seeing is there are the main message, if you want to take just one thing from this reading, I would say the main message over here is to really make sure to see the people around you, to know that the people you trust, you can really, really trust them, and the people you can trust, go full out on them. Appreciate them, let them know you love them. Don't wait for the last moment to tell them these things, right? Just when you can, anytime and every time you can, go ahead and tell them that you love them, show them that you appreciate them being in your life, grow those relationships. This is the most important thing for you right now. This will get you out of that stuck energy. This will help you with that emotional healing, that emotional balancing with your spirituality. Definitely make sure you take care of these things. But I think that's it for today. I think that's all I have for you right now. If this reading feels vague, you can hit me up for a personal reading as well. I have my email linked down below. You can reach me out. Thank you so much for watching it so far. If you've made it so far, I'm actually really very proud of you, because a lot of people don't, most of the people don't. Well, so if you have, comment down a pink emoji, any pink emoji below, so that I know you've watched it so far. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be uploading more such videos, so stay tuned to find out, and subscribe, please subscribe. If you've made it so far, just go ahead and do it.